Hello, folks. Damien Jones here again for you today. And today, I've got a bit of a conundrum. For quite some time now, I've been sort of suffering from swollen ankles and general edema of the feet and lower legs below the knees. Now, in most cases, with the kind of shoes and boots and things that I wear, I'm fine, especially seeing there's a lot of trainers. I mean, you've got your tongue and your laces, and they can expand pretty much to accommodate the foot, and it provides a bit of compression as well, which basically means you're all right. Now, I have had a bit of a problem for a while that I thought would be solved by getting these, but it didn't work out according to plan. Now, I know you can get wide calf Wellingtons, right? Dunlop do them. They're very cheap, and they're okay, I suppose, but they are quite low. And if you need that water mud splat protection, as you do if you're doing any yard work or any work that is going to get messy generally, I thought what would be best for me would be to go for the old rigger boots. So I got a pair of these rigger boots here, just a cheap pair by Workforce, cheap standard pair, and they're all very good and well and all. And I thought I'd be okay. I mean, that's a relatively wide calf. We've got a standard size 11 boot there. That's UK 11. So if you're watching in the US, that would be, in your case, I would be a size 12. But here in the UK, size 11. In the EU, that's going to be 45, 46, something like that. Now, anyway, it's a size 11 here in the UK. I digress, right? Now, the problem is, I mean, I thought, relatively wide calf. Let's go for the old rigger boots, yeah? So as you can see, I ordered myself a pair, and I proceeded to try and pull them on to my large, swollen feet. And it didn't work out. I can't get my bloody feet into these. And as I bought these offline, it's a bit of a pain in the backside trying to send them back. I'm probably going up a size or maybe even 2 sizes to try and get in there. So I've already started, in fact, to try one of my little experiments, right? Bottom line is, if I could stretch these some, I might just be able to get away with it, okay? So I come across an idea on the internet, and that's basically you get 2 polythene bags, you fill them with water, right? So you fill your boots with the polythene bag and sort of elastic band them off at the top. You fill them with water, right? And then you take your boot and you stick it in a deep freeze for the night. And what happens as the water freezes, it expands. Okay, that's the science. And as the water expands, it stretches and hopefully doesn't split the leather. So that's what I've been trying to do. Now, I don't have any polythene bags. So I've been having a root through our plastic bags here, and this is why these 2 boots are all soggy and everything at the moment, but there shouldn't be a problem. I was having a root through all the carrier bags and stuff we've got in the house, and I went and got these Sainsbury's ones, which don't appear to have any holes in the bottom. However, if they've been screwed up and used like this, they tend to leak, and that's why these are wet. So I'm going to try and find something else right now and have another go here in the sink. And the other problem I had was, obviously carrier bags, they tend to develop little holes, or they may already have little holes in them. These I thought would be okay, but they didn't work out. And I've got 2 soggy rigger boots. Problem number 2, if I could bring you over here. Now, we have 2 freezers in our house. We have the little freezer over there, and it's shelved. And there's no way you're going to be able to stand 2 rigger boots upright without the water pouring out. Yeah, so that's not really, an option to use the small freezer. Now, over here, we'll just move Katie's wheelchair out of the way and show you the big freezer, the old deep freeze. If you have a look in here, it's full, right? And again, the shelving again is the problem. But I mean, even if you were to take all the food out, we'd lose all the food. And again, that's a problem. So the big freezer isn't an option. So, what do I do? What do I do? That's the question. How am I going to make my experiments of putting water in bags into these 2 rigger boots here and freeze them? Well, it just so happens that at the moment here in the UK, we're having a bit of a cold spot. And over here in Sussex, it went down to -3 last night. So when I was taking stuff out to the bins last night, I noticed everything had completely frozen over. And I thought to myself, well, can I try this out? If I can get some sort of decent plastic in here which doesn't leak and soak my boots, and stick the boots out back in the backyard for the night, maybe in the morning, nature will have done the work for me and it will have stretched. So that's what I'm going to try and do now. Right, bin liners I think are the best way to go here, and hopefully this will work out. I can always secure it around the top here with some elastic bands. It doesn't matter if they snap, because of course the water will already be frozen by then, won't it? So I'm going to try that now, and hopefully it won't leak. There doesn't appear to be any perforations in these bin bags, but what I will do in any case is I'll tie a sizable knot in the bottom, and I'll shove that knot up into the toe cap of the boot, and hopefully, touch wood, they'll hold water for the night. So we're going to give that a go anyway. Right. Let's get boot number 1 sorted. As I say, there don't appear to be any perforations, but sometimes looks can be deceptive. So I'll shove this bin liner in, and I'll shove my knot right up into the toe cap of the rigger boot, because obviously that's not going to stretch, is it? Yeah, that's not going to stretch. So we'll do that. Hold on. Make sure this is sticking out over there, and right. We'll put an elastic band around this. There's my lucky bands. Lucky band number 1. Yeah, that secures that nicely. See? So now we're going to fill this boot with water, and we're just going to watch it for a minute and hope it doesn't start seeping out the seams like it did with the Sainsbury's bag. So here we go. This is the moment of truth. The worst that can happen is I can get a soggy boot. Oh, we're nearly there. Okay, the boot's expanded with the weight of the water already. So we'll just keep an eye on that for a minute. Just make sure it doesn't appear to be leaking. So I think this is the way to go. But nonetheless, it may start to trickle through. So I'll just keep it in the sink there for a minute. And I'll do the same with the other one. Again, check the bin liner, make sure there aren't any obvious perforations in it. We'll tie another knot in the bottom of this one. Okay. Just move this one out of the way. So it doesn't seem to be leaking, which is good. We'll do the same with the other boot. Also, careful you don't snag your bin liner with your watch or anything, because you could make a little tear there and your little experiment won't work. Okay, that's good. And another lucky band. Okay. And again, just check. Make sure there's no leaky seams or anything. It doesn't appear to be. And this one appears to be holding water too. So just give them a minute or two just to make sure, because the other one was deceptive before. When I went and put the Sainsbury's bag in them, that was deceptive. This boot seemed like it was fine. And then I checked it a bit, about 10 minutes later, and I noticed it was just ever so slightly leaking through. And, you think about that over hours, you're going to lose all your water. And all you're going to end up with is a pair of soggy boots, isn't it? So, yeah, that should be good. Now, it was -3 here in East Sussex last night, and the dusk is just beginning now. So I'm going to take these boots outside and I'm going to leave them out there overnight. And then tomorrow I'll do a quick update video with you, and we'll see if we can try my boots on and hopefully they'll fit. It's an experiment. It may work. It may not work. If it does work, I will be really pleased, obviously, because it means I'll be able to wear my riggers. But if it doesn't, looks like I'll have to dry these out and put them on eBay for somebody else, and I'll be looking for probably a pair of size 12s. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'll just give it a quick look at my mad little experiments. And they don't appear to be leaking, which is great. So that would be the answer. Obviously, You can't fit them in the fridge, the freezer, any of the freezers because of the shelves. I mean, if you've got a box freezer in your house, power to you. I unfortunately don't. And obviously, if you've got room in it, yeah, that's the way to go. But in my case, that's not an option. So they're going to be going out there in the garden, and nature's going to do the freezing for me. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. And yeah, as I say, with the water weight in them, they already seem to be bulging at the sides as it is, but they're holding the water, which is great. So there it is. We'll see what happens and hope for the best. Fingers crossed. For now, though, my name is Damien Jones, and thank you very much for sitting through this mad little video with me. And I will see you again tomorrow when we see if this little experiment has been a success. But for now, take care. Thanks for watching, and cheerio. Bye-bye.